What's up guys, it's Nick here, and I wanted to do something a little different and give you guys a guitar tutorial on how to play Adam's Song by Blink-182. It's a fun song to play, and it's very simple because the majority of the song is just done with power chords. So with that being said, I got my electric right here, got my Blink-182 shirt. Let's get into the tutorial. Okay guys, so first things first, as I mentioned, the majority of the song is done in power chords. And if you don't know what a power chord is, basically what a power chord is that if you place one finger, generally it's your index finger, if you place one finger on a note, like on the first fret of the 6th string for example, what you'll do for a power chord is, typically with your ring finger, you'll skip a string and then you'll skip 2 frets. So as you see, I have my index finger on the first fret of the 6th string and my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. And when you play that together, you get a power chord. And there's a lot of songs that are done with that. So for example, like AC/DC, Nirvana plays a lot of songs with power chords. Very simple stuff. And you can play stuff like, so that's a power chord. So for this song, what we'll be doing is we'll be doing a power chord on the 2nd fret, of the 5th string, and the 4th fret of the 4th string. So as you can see from the video, this is what it looks like. And you could just ignore my middle finger right there, but that's how it goes. And what you do is you play both strings in order. You just go and then open. So the tricky part is probably getting your ring finger to open up, but that's how you play it. After you play that, the next thing you'll be doing is the same thing, but this time you're going to be lifting off your index finger. So after you play it without the index finger. So when you play those two together, you'll get. So that's already, just by playing that, somebody would already recognize what you're playing. So that's what's cool. After that, you're going to keep your ring finger in the exact same spot, the 4th fret of the 4th string, but this time you're going to move your index finger to the 3rd fret of the 6th string, and you're going to play this. And the way that goes is the same as the other one, but instead of hitting the 5th string, you're hitting the 6th and the 4th string, and you're going lift the ring finger. And the same as the other one, this time you're lifting the index finger. So when you put everything together, you get. And that's the intro and other parts of the song. But that's basically the majority of the song. So if you got that down, then you're good. The next part we gotta learn is the chords of the song. And that goes like this. And the way that goes is you get your index finger and you put it on the 5th string of the 5th fret. And then again, like it's a power chord. So with your ring finger, you skip a fret and you skip a string. And you go to the 4th string on the 7th fret, and you play that. And typically what you have to do is you have to mute the 1st string, and I usually do that with my middle finger, but if you have another way of doing it, go for it. And it goes like this. So you play that for 4 notes. 8, sorry. You play that for 8 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you skip all the way up here to the 3rd and 5th fret, and you go up 2 strings too. So now you're on the 6th and the 5th string, and you go. After that, you go down a couple more frets, and you go to the 5th string on the 2nd fret, 4th string on the 4th fret. After that, you go back to the 2nd chord progression that you learned, and that's basically it. So when you play that together, you get. So already just like that, you've already learned the majority of the song. And if you just play those 2 parts that we learned, that's basically it. So if you put everything together that we just went over, this is what you get. That's the first part of the song. There's another part of the song later in the chorus where he switches and he goes right here instead. And for that, you would just basically have to go down 2 frets right here. So he goes, skip down 2, and this time you come back to the third chord that we learned, which is down here. So same ones, just mixed up a little bit and added with that other one right here. The last part that we have to learn is after the first verse, when he changes it up with the finger picking. And that part goes like this. And that's basically the same as the first finger picking that we did, but this time you're moving down to the 5th and 7th fret, and instead of lifting off your ring finger, you're instead of playing the 3rd string. So you go, you play the 3rd string instead of lifting off the ring finger, and then so you play that and you go, move down 2 frets, and after that you go back to the first one and you play the same thing but with lifting off the finger, and then to the next one right here where it was the 3rd fret and the 4th fret. So if you put it all together, you get. So if you put everything together from what we learned, it's basically the majority of the song, and this is what you get. So after you put all those parts together, you now know how to play Adam's Song by Blink-182. Make sure you give my video a like, guys, and also put in the comments if you liked what you saw, or if there's anything else that you wanted me to include into the video, or just random thoughts of what you thought about it. Also, please make sure you follow my page because I'm trying to grow it. I'm trying to get more followers on it and try to get a bigger audience. So if you do that, I'd appreciate that. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Rock on.